This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold a house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate.
Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors.
I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Well, hello and welcome to the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show, proudly coming to you live from the Zotex Flooring, Cabinets, and More studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor, and I am flying solo this weekend, but I do have a power-packed show for you. So if you have a question or a comment, you can always reach out to us on the Radio Realtors hotline. Feel free to call or text us at this number. It's 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can live chat with us 24/7 on our website at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And buckle up because we have a great show for you today, including some really fun topics. Number one is 10 killer tips for selling your home right now. Number two is our Ask the Inspector segment with Raymond Overton from Hawkeye Home Experts. And number three is home buying tips for every stage of your life. So once again, you can connect with us on the Radio Realtors hotline anytime at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. You can call or text that number, 833-32-RADIO, or you can use our live chat option 24/7 at our website, radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. So I have a question for you. Do you want some of the best advice ever given on how to sell your home? And you're probably saying, well, who wouldn't, Rob, right? But I need to tell you something and give you full disclosure. You need to know that because the market is shifting, selling your home is going to take some work. But just because it will take some effort, that doesn't mean it needs to be any harder than necessary. You see, by being intelligent about how you use your time and your energy, you can pave the way for a home sale that meets your goals and lets you recognize the full potential of your property. So on the Radio Realtors today, I'm going to give you some of the best advice you will ever hear for selling your home in the greater Sacramento area. So if you're in Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, Yolo, Yuba, Nevada, Amador, Calaveras, Sonoma, Mendocino, and the surrounding counties, you need to listen up because I'm going to give you some amazing home selling tips that include pre-sale preparation for both the interior and the exterior of your home. And you need to understand that these tips that I'm going to share with you, they are tried and true ways to make selling your home a bit easier. And guess what? A whole lot more profitable. And you need to understand this thing. We talk to a lot of people, and the general consensus is that because the housing market is shifting, some potential sellers are feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. But hear this, if you are really ready to sell your home, you really want to do it for top dollar, you want to make sure that you're not missing the crucial steps you have to take when you list your home for sale. And we know you want to sell your home in record time and for the highest price, but you may feel a little stressed out right now by everything you're hearing on the news. But with a proper approach and a little bit of effort, some elbow grease, your home can be sold in no time at a competitive price. And we can help you sell your home better and faster than anybody here at the Radio Realtors. So if after hearing these killer home selling tips, you'd like a free home sale consultation, either on the phone, we can do it on Zoom, or if you want to be live and in person, we can do that. Give us a call or a text. Write our number down, 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. I promise you will not regret it. Or you can live chat with us 24/7, like we said before, online at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. So let's get right into it today. An in-depth look at what to do before selling your home and our 10 killer tips to sell your home for the premium that you really want and you really deserve. So killer tip for selling your home, number 10. We're going to start at number 10, go to number 1. But killer tip for selling your home, number 10, is price it right off the bat. You need to know what your home is worth and then shave 5 to 10% off that price. And you may be saying, what are you talking about, Rob? Why would I underprice my home? Well, hear me out. If you allow us to do this by pricing your home a little bit lower than the comps, you could be stampeded by potential home buyers and multiple bids, even in a shifting market. And there is a possibility that potential buyers will bid up the price of your home over what your home is actually worth. And it takes some courage to do this, I realize, and some sellers just don't want to risk it. But it's one of the best strategies to sell a home in today's shifting market because it gets more eyeballs on your home online, and it brings more potential buyers that are willing to take a look at your home to come see it in person. Now, killer tip for selling your home, number 9, is make your closets half empty. Now, you may think this is a stupid tip. However, storage is something that every single buyer is looking for and something you can never have enough of. So take our advice, Robert and Frank here at the Radio Realtors and eXp Realty, and take half the stuff out of your closets. Then neatly organize what's left in there. And here's the thing that I need to remind you. You need to know this 100% true fact about potential home buyers. Buyers are going to be snooping. So be sure to keep your closets and your cabinets clean and tidy because they're going to open up your closets. They're going to open up your cabinets. And yes, I know you've heard on the news about some people that are stealing things from open houses. However, I want to let you know here at the Radio Realtors and eXp Realty, we have never had a theft at one of our open houses. However, it would be smart for you to have like a Ring doorbell or some type of surveillance on your home. It's inexpensive and it helps us prevent theft. Now, killer tip for selling your home, number 8, is light it up. You know, I don't know if you heard that song by The Doors, Light My Fire. Well, you need to light up your home. And we're not talking about lighting on fire, of course, but one thing you need to do is maximize the light in your home because after location, good lighting is one of the things that every buyer mentions that they want in a home. I recently had a listing and one of the people came in and they said, there's no windows in the front of this house and it is just not light enough for me. So I'm not buying this house, even though they loved everything else about the house. And also, if you have them, take down your drapes and be sure to clean your windows, change the lampshades, increase the wattage of your light bulbs, and then trim bushes outside that may be not letting the sunshine in. The bottom line is you need to do what you have to do to make your house, your condo, your townhome, make it bright and cheery because it will make it more sellable. Now, killer tip number 7 for selling your home is hide your critters. Now, before we get into this, you need to know that I am an animal lover. I have a rescue dog named Rosie, who is an Australian Shepherd Blue Heeler mix, and she's amazing. She is the best dog ever. I will go toe-to-toe with anybody that says differently, right? That said, you might think a cuddly dog would warm the hearts of every potential buyer, but you would totally be wrong. And not everybody is a dog or cat lover. I know this is a shock to some of you, and potential buyers don't want to walk into your home and see a bowl full of dog food or smell the kitty litter box or have clumps of pet hair stuck to their clothes. They also don't want to see a trail of ants going for your dog or cat food. They just don't want to see it. These things give buyers the impression that your house is not clean. And if you're planning to have an open house, it's a really good idea to relocate your critters to a pet hotel for the day. Great idea. Now, killer tip number 6 for selling your home is do not over upgrade. You know, quick fixes before selling your home, they always pay off, but massive makeovers, not so much. You probably won't get your money back if you do a huge improvement project before you put your house on the market. Instead, you want to do the updates that will pay off and get you top dollar. So do a couple of these things. Get a fresh coat of paint on the walls, clean your windows and your blinds or shutters, and replace your door handles, cabinet hardware, and make sure your closet doors are on track. You fix leaky faucets and you clean the grout. It's the little things that make a big difference, but give us a call to set up a short walkthrough so that we can tell you exactly what you need to do to make your home more desirable to today's home buyers. Now, you can give us a call at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Book a free consultation with us at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can even book it online at our website, radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And we'll be back with more killer tips for selling your home right after this. Mortgage interest rates may be going up, but with Sammy Campbell and her team at Preferred Rate, you can still take advantage of a shifting real estate market. At Preferred Rate, they live by this motto, mortgages made simple, and they can help you lower your monthly payment, remove expensive mortgage insurance, or even reduce the length of your loan. All of these things could save you thousands in unnecessary interest, and with home values continuing to climb in Northern California, with Preferred Rate, you can easily tap into your equity to pay off high-interest credit cards, make home improvements, or use it however you like. And get this, if you're ready to buy a home, Preferred Rate makes the pre-approval process super easy and stress-free. Call Sammy Campbell now at 817-778-4592. That's 817-778-4592 or online at informedmortgagefinancing.com. informedmortgagefinancing.com. NMLS ID number 277792, Equal Housing Lender.
Trust the Hawk, Hawkeye Home Experts. Buying and selling a home can be stressful, but not with Hawkeye. Hawkeye Home Experts make home, pest, and roof inspections a breeze. If you're buying a home, Hawkeye will inspect it and give you a detailed report showing current and future problems that other companies might miss. If you're selling a home, Hawkeye will reveal anything that might get in the way of an easy transaction. Think Hawkeye, your trusted home inspection company. Online at HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Trust the Hawk.
Hi, this is Jerry with Chim Chimney Professional Fireplace and Home Services. Last year was our best ever, and to show our appreciation, we're offering discounts for all your spring cleaning and honey-do list. We're called Chim Chimney, so of course we do chimney cleaning and repairs, but we're also the trusted pros at rain gutter cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, pressure washing, tree trimming, and junk removal. Call us today at 916-247-6579 or online at thechimchimney.com. That's thechimchimney.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show. Proudly coming to you from the Zotex Flooring Cabinets and More Studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor. And as I told you at the beginning of the show, I am flying solo today. My good friend Frank Crandall and partner here on the Radio Realtors is on a short sabbatical. So we're covering 10 killer tips for selling your home right now in this shifting market. And we're starting at number 10 and backing our way through to number 1. And I just want to kind of recap the first 5 that we went through. So killer tip for selling your home number 10 was price it right off the bat. And what we're talking about is maybe pricing it just a little below the comps to get the most eyeballs on your home as possible. This is a great strategy, and typically with this, we get multiple bids even in a shifting market like we're in right now. We're seeing homes are staying on the market a little bit longer. People that maybe came out with a really high price, they're having to make a price reduction. So it's best to price it right from the start. Killer tip for selling your home number 9 is make your closets half empty. You know, everybody's worried about storage. And so if somebody comes to your house and they look at your closets and realize you don't have enough space in there, they're thinking, you know what, I'm not going to have enough space either. So the best thing to do is take half of the stuff out of your closets, then neatly organize everything you have left in there. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 8 is light it up. You just want to have great lighting in your home. And that means that you want to maybe take down drapes, clean your windows, change the lampshades, increase the wattage of those light bulbs. And if you've got any bushes or trees that are blocking the light from coming into your home, every once in a while I'll get a listing and we'll find out that they have these huge bushes in front of their home that are not allowing the light to get in, and it makes the home dark and dreary, and you want it to be bright and cheery. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 7 is hide your critters. As I told you, I have a great dog. She's an Australian cattle dog, blue heeler mix. Her name is Rosie. She's the best dog ever, but I will tell you, she sounds fierce, and if I was showing my own home, I would take Rosie to a pet hotel for the day so that she was not, around when people were viewing the home, because they might be scared of Rosie, even though she would probably lick you more than bite you, for sure. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 6 is don't over upgrade. Quick fixes are the best way to go. You don't need to do a massive remodel of your home. It pays better for you to do just the small things to get things going. But the best way to find out what you absolutely need to do is give us a call. Let us come over, take a quick tour of your home, and you can book that by just giving us a call at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, or you can do that online also. You can live chat with us 24/7 at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 5 is take the home out of your house. You know, one of the most important things to do when selling your home is to depersonalize it, because here's the thing. The more personal stuff in your house, the less potential buyers can imagine themselves living in your house. I remember showing a home where the owner had this amazing Disney coffee mug collection, and this was a colossal collection. It took a whole wall of his house. Well, my buyer, who was a big Disney fan, was very enthralled with this collection, and it totally distracted her from the home touring process. So you want to get rid of a third of your stuff. Put it in storage, because you want people to not be distracted. This includes your family photos, memorabilia collections like this Disney coffee mug thing, or sports memorabilia, and any personal keepsakes. I remember I had a listing where the lady had maybe 200 of these little Dutch figurines, like little people. And apparently they're like super expensive, these little Dutch figurines. However, they were everywhere, and you want to make sure that you don't have stuff like that, out there. First off, it distracts people. And second off, you don't want, anything, stolen or anything like that from your home. Even though it's never happened to us, we don't want you to be the first. So get rid of those big collections that you might have. So get rid of a third of your stuff, put it in storage. That includes family photos, memorabilia collections, and personal keepsakes. And consider hiring a home stager to maximize the full potential of your home. We have, as part of our listing packages, we have home staging that is included. Staging simply means arranging your furniture to the best way to highlight the floor plan and maximize the use of space. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 4 is the kitchen comes first. One home stager said this to me once: you're not actually selling your house, you're selling your kitchen. That's how important it is. And the benefits of remodeling your kitchen are endless. Now, I know we talked about doing the little things, but if you really want to get a big bang for your buck, you could get at least 85%, maybe even 100% for what you put into remodeling. And it may take a few $1,000s to replace countertops, where a buyer may knock $10,000 off the asking price if your kitchen looks outdated. The fastest, most inexpensive kitchen updates include painting and new cabinet hardware. You want to also maybe paint with neutral color paint, so you can present buyers with like a blank canvas where they can start envisioning their own style in your kitchen. And if you have a little money to spend, buy at least one fancy stainless steel appliance. Why at least one, Rob? You may be asking me. Well, because when people see one high-end appliance, they kind of tend to think that all the rest are expensive too, and it just updates your kitchen. And believe it or not, the stove or oven is what draws people's attention first. I remember there was this study that they put like ocular software on people's eyes that would show heat seeking when they walked into a home and what they looked at first. And 90% of the people, the first thing that they really were looking at was the kitchen, and they always went to the stove first. So I don't know what it is about the stove. I'm not super excited about stoves, but apparently a lot of buyers are. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 3 is always be ready to show your home. You know, your home needs to be show ready at all times because you never know when your real buyer is going to walk through the door. You have to be available whenever they want to come see the place, and it has to be in tip-top shape, especially in this shifting market where buyers are getting a little more power. So don't leave dishes in the sink. Keep the dishwasher cleaned out. Make sure the bathrooms are sparkling, and make sure there's no dust bunnies in the corners or dog hair or anything like that. I know it's a little inconvenient, but it's the little things that will get your house sold. And I remember one time I was showing a home, and it was obvious that the sellers had made a hasty and quick exit, like they ran out the back door or something. They left dishes in the sink, underwear on the floor in the bathroom, wine glasses in the bedroom, and even unflushed stained toilets. It's gross. It's a bit weird, but it looked like the owners were abducted against their will right before we showed up. Now, this is a great segue for killer tip for selling your home number 2, and it's the first impression is the only impression. No matter how good the interior of your home looks, buyers have already judged your home before they walk through the door. And just like that vintage Head and Shoulders commercial says, you never have a second chance to make a first impression. You know, it's really important to make people feel warm, welcome, and safe as they approach your house. And you should really spruce up your home's exterior with fresh mulch, inexpensive shrubs, and brightly colored flowers. You can typically get a 100% return on the money you put into your home's curb appeal. Entryways are also important, and you may use it yourself as a utility space for your coat and your keys and stuff like that. But when you're selling your home, make it welcoming by putting in a small bench, a vase of fresh cut flowers, or maybe even some cookies for the potential buyers to enjoy. Now, killer tip for selling your home number 1 is hire the right realtor. You know, a secret sale killer is hiring the wrong real estate agent. You really need to make sure that you have an agent who is totally informed. And that's why you should be dialing our number right now, 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Because at the Radio Realtors, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall, we are in tune with the pulse of the housing market. We constantly monitor the MLS and spend our own marketing dollars contacting potential sellers so we know what properties are going on the market and know the comps in your neighborhood. And another thing is you need realtors that embrace technology. The Radio Realtors, we are tech savvy. In fact, our company is a cloud-based company. That is how tech savvy we are. But we also have social media and online targeted marketing approaches that are just a couple of the many tools that we use to get your house sold for the most money possible. We spend thousands of dollars a month marketing to potential home buyers, so chances are we already have a ready, willing, and able home buyer ready to buy your home. And at the Radio Realtors, we have multiple options to sell your home and a menu of services that allow you to choose the commission and the marketing services you want. We offer everything from the easy cash sale, which is an all-cash offer where we can close in as little as 7 days, to the quick fix and list option where we pay upfront money out of our pockets to help spruce up your home with things like fresh paint, landscaping, flooring, or even a kitchen or bathroom remodel to help you get top dollar for your house. And then we just settle up at the close of escrow. And we also have our Power Seller program where we utilize that targeted marketing approach I talked about to help you get multiple offers above list price from our pool of verified all cash and pre-approved Bay Area buyers. So don't waste another minute. Contact us right now to get a free market value of your home, a market analysis. This is absolutely a no-cost thing, and we can put this together for you, sometimes even just over the phone in just a few minutes because we are that good. So call us right now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, or you can live chat with us 24/7 at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we have the Ask the Inspector segment with our good friend Raymond Overton from Hawkeye Home Experts. We'll be back right after this. You know, some things are worth the wait, but in today's real estate market, you don't have time to wait for an inexperienced lender to take 30 days or longer to close your loan. That's why we recommend Jeff Compton. Jeff can close your purchase or refinance loan in 14 to 21 days in most cases. If you want great interest rates, low fees, and a quick close, you want Jeff Compton and Guild Mortgage. 916-765-2900 or online at jeffcompton.com, and MLS ID number 298997. Equal housing lender.
Hey, if you need flooring for your home, you need Zotex Flooring. They're your partners as you redesign or remodel your home. Check out their hundreds of amazing reviews on Yelp and Google. Zotex is family run, and their friendly design experts will help you pick a beautiful floor that suits your home and lifestyle. Zotex also has a wide selection of cabinets and countertops. 4 showrooms to serve you: Sacramento, Rockland, Vacaville, and now in Elk Grove. Find them online at ZOTHEXflooring.com. That's ZOTEXflooring.com.
If you're thinking about selling your home, you may think all realtors are the same, but that's kind of like saying all quarterbacks are the same, like Ryan Leaf and Tom Brady. Leaf gives you heartache, Brady gets you 7 Super Bowl rings. Robert Lewis here with the Radio Realtors. We're the pros to call if you want to score big on your home sale. We'll get you multiple offers. We'll pay upfront cash to help you with repairs if necessary, or if you want an as-is all-cash offer, we do that too. Call or text us at 833-32-RADIO or theradiorealtors.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Well, I got to tell you, folks, one of my favorite segments that we do here at the Radio Realtors is our Ask the Inspector segment. And it's always with our favorite home inspector, Ray Overton. He is the owner of Hawkeye Home Experts. And they not only do home inspections, but they do pest inspections and sewer inspections and roof inspections and a lot of different ancillary inspections, even pool inspections. They do it all. It's your one-stop shop if you need an inspection for your home. And that's whether you're a buyer or a seller. So if you need a home inspection or any inspection, you can always go to their website. It's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. That's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Tell them that the Radio Realtors sent you. We would appreciate it. Now, this next question that we have for you, Ray, is a good one, and I actually don't know the answer to this question. So it's from Debbie in Roseville, and Debbie says, is my water heater required to be on a stand in the hall closet or garage? Maybe she has it in the garage, maybe she has it in the hall closet, but what's the answer to that question?
That's a good question. And it's a little controversial, actually, because the way the building code reads is if that burner, or usually it's going to be a gas water heater.
Right.
But it can be a source of ignition. So an electric water heater is also a source of ignition. But you don't see electric water heaters on a stand typically. Most contractors won't require it. They just allow it, even though the code says, what I just said. But electric water heaters don't generally have to be on a stand. Now, a gas water heater should be 18 inches to the floor, to the burner. So, and the purpose of that is, and that would be only in the garage. And the purpose is people store paint, gasoline cans, things of that nature on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep, combustible things that have a vapor, flammable vapor, and they don't want that vapor to come up to that burner. Now, they do make gas water heaters that are allowed to be on the floor. So it just depends on the situation, depends on the water heater, the type, and then where it is. But in the closet, no, not required.
Gotcha. Now, it has to be double strapped, right, these days?
Correct.
So your water heater, whether it's electric or gas?
Correct.
It has to be double strapped. And then what about tankless water heaters? Usually I've seen them and they're either in the garage
or outside of the home.
Yeah.
So how does that work exactly?
Yeah, no straps needed on that. You'll see them in the attic also.
What do you think about those? If you had to choose for your own house, would you take tankless?
Absolutely.
Or would you, you'd go with tankless?
Absolutely. The only downfall, and they're getting better with manufacturing them, but when you have, let's say, a 3,000 square foot house with 4 bathrooms and a laundry and a kitchen, they used to not be able to keep up with the demand. So if you had multiple things going at the same time, the flow of the water really shuts down, and they can't keep hot, full flow going to every fixture.
So if you had
two kids
two
showering,
showers going or whatever, and somebody doing dishes and all those things, it was difficult. But it seems like they're better now.
Yeah, they're more energy efficient also. And you go into any new home today, it's always a tankless.
Well, hopefully that answered Debbie's question there. So now the next question is from Kathy in Rockland, and she says, what does egress mean with my windows? My inspector, so I guess she's had her home inspected. The inspector said I have improper sized windows for fire egress. What is that about?
This is something for fire escape and egress. Egress means being able to get out of the house.
Okay.
So for one thing, your bedroom, any sleeping room, has to have direct access either to the hallway, which is your primary means of fire escape. So you can get straight out of the house. You don't have to go from room to room. So you can't have a bedroom, a sleeping room that opens to another bedroom, for instance, or maybe opens to a patio room. If it's enclosed, that's not allowed either.
Okay.
And so the sleeping room has to have a certain size window. It has to open up a certain amount, width and height. And then it can only be 44 inches off the floor so that most people, children, can get out of that window easily, as well as a fireman can get in the window with all his equipment on.
Okay.
So that's the purpose of that.
Excellent.
So older homes have much smaller windows. They don't conform to current code.
Gotcha.
So when somebody buys a home, an old home, and maybe they even replace the windows, but they didn't enlarge the opening to put in a proper size fire egress window. So yeah, we see that all the time.
That's going to be on your report, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully that answers your question there, Kathy. Now, the next question is from Troy in Vacaville. And Troy says, can I put an enclosed patio on the backside of my house?
Well, that kind of ties into what we were just talking about. Yes, you can. Depends on the size of it. You would need to probably pull a building permit for that. But let's talk about that egress again, because we see this all the time. People will add this patio cover and close it, and maybe 2 bedroom windows are now opening up into this patio room, and we no longer have direct access to the exterior.
Okay.
So that is a no-no.
Right, so you got to just be
as
careful
long as it's
on that.
not a sleeping room.
Now, is that something that you typically want to get permitted?
You would have to have that permitted, and they would not allow that if the bedroom's opened up to it.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so the next question is from Craig in Rosemont, and that's a great area, Rosemont. I like that area. So Craig is asking, this might be a trying to get you question, can I use a rubber hose on my water heater pressure relief valve? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, so your water heater has a temperature and pressure relief valve, also known as a TPR, and there's only certain types of materials that you can use for that. And the biggest issue is that you cannot reduce the opening size of that valve. So it has to be hard piped out. You can't use a flexible, and we see this all the time.
I just saw it this morning, actually, on one of our inspections.
Yeah, they put that, when you see a water heater, it has a flexible copper tubing that's serving the hot and cold water coming in and out of the water heater. Well, they use that same thing because it's easy. You can bend it over and then connect to the existing. And you only see this on when they replace a water heater.
Right.
So it cannot be a flexible because that reduces the inside diameter of that pipe.
Okay.
And then you also, which we see all the time, is it can't go uphill. It has to be able to drain with gravity. So you can use copper, a solid copper pipe, a rigid pipe, galvanized pipe. You can also use CPVC, which is higher temperature rated than PVC.
Okay.
PVC is what you see on sprinkler pipes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not rated for high temperature and high pressure, but CPVC is allowed, which is a little creamier color of a pipe. It's not white. You're also allowed to use PEX piping. So but you can't use steel braided hoses or the corrugated or like this morning I saw was electrical conduit. Can't use that. Can't go uphill, which is a kind of a problem when your water heater's in the middle of the house, which some of the homes like in Sacramento area over by Watt Avenue, their water heater's in a closet in the middle of the house.
That's like Arden Manor area.
Oh, correct.
Manor.
Yep. So when they replaced the water heater, there's those old ones, they didn't run the pressure relief pipe outside.
Right.
So now you have this problem of how do I get this pressure relief pipe to go outside that has to be able to slope and drain with gravity, can't go uphill, and how do I run it to the outside from the middle of the house without opening up all the walls? So it's really a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or if your water heater's in the basement also, how do you get that thing to drain with gravity? It's supposed to go outside and point down. It's supposed to be within 6 to 24 inches off the ground in a safe location. So it can be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. We don't run into too many basements here, but we do. But you do
downtown Lamb Park.
Yeah. No, in fact, you did one for us in Southland Park. It had a big basement. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They had a little wine cellar going on down there, so it was kind of nice. So I think we have time for one more quick question, and it's from Jeff in El Dorado Hills. And Jeff said, what is an air gap device and why do I need one?
Yeah. Boy, we see this all the time. And there's another little controversy with this, but an air gap device is actually an anti-siphon device. It's required on your water heater drain hose. So it's that little round cylinder about 3 or 4 inches tall that sits next to your kitchen faucet on top of the sink. And so your dishwasher is supposed to the drain hose is supposed to connect to the bottom of that. And then there's another pipe that comes off of the bottom of that air gap, and that goes to your disposal. So if your sink was to back up with water, which is usually not pretty, they don't want that water to contaminate your dishwasher. So it stops that siphoning back into your dishwasher. Now, there are, that I know of, Bosch dishwashers, that brand, they have their own internal anti-siphon device. And so they don't require an air gap device to be put on the sink. But that's nowhere in the building code. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes the manufacturer's recommendations oversees what the building code is. So you have to kind of put it into what that manufacturer recommends.
Excellent. Well, that's a good question. And I'm glad some of these I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm glad that you are giving us the answers. So if you would like to ask the inspector a question, all you got to do is get a hold of the Radio Realtors at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can find us online at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And you can book any inspection with Hawkeye Home Experts by just going to their website. It's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. That's HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Now, we are the Radio Realtors, and we'll be back right after this.
Mortgage interest rates may be going up, but with Sammy Campbell and her team at Preferred Rate, you can still take advantage of a shifting real estate market. At Preferred Rate, they live by this motto, mortgages made simple, and they can help you lower your monthly payment, remove expensive mortgage insurance, or even reduce the length of your loan. All of these things could save you thousands in unnecessary interest, and with home values continuing to climb in Northern California, with Preferred Rate, you can easily tap into your equity to pay off high-interest credit cards, make home improvements, or use it however you like. And get this, if you're ready to buy a home, Preferred Rate makes the pre-approval process super easy and stress-free. Call Sammy Campbell now at 817-778-4592. That's 817-778-4592 or online at informedmortgagefinancing.com. informedmortgagefinancing.com. NMLS ID number 277792, Equal Housing Lender.
Trust the Hawk, Hawkeye Home Experts. Buying and selling a home can be stressful, but not with Hawkeye. Hawkeye Home Experts make home, pest, and roof inspections a breeze. If you're buying a home, Hawkeye will inspect it and give you a detailed report showing current and future problems that other companies might miss. If you're selling a home, Hawkeye will reveal anything that might get in the way of an easy transaction. Think Hawkeye, your trusted home inspection company. Online at HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. HawkeyeHomeExperts.com. Trust the Hawk.
Hi, this is Jerry with Chimney Professional Fireplace and Home Services. Last year was our best ever, and to show our appreciation, we're offering discounts for all your spring cleaning and honeydew list. We're called Chimney, so of course we do chimney cleaning and repairs, but we're also the trusted pros at rain gutter cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, pressure washing, tree trimming, and junk removal. Call us today at 916-247-6579 or online at thechimchimney.com. That's thechimchimney.com.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Welcome back to the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show. Proudly coming to you live from the Zotex Flooring, Cabinets, and More studios. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor. As I said before, I am flying solo this weekend, but I want to say what a great segment that was with our good friend Raymond Overton from Hawkeye Home Experts with our Ask the Inspector segment. And I want to thank you, our listeners, who continue to send in your questions. If you've got a question that you want to ask the inspector, well, all you got to do is text us or call us at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can go on to our website and you can email us. And our website is radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. And you can even go straight to Hawkeye Home Experts website by just going to our website and then clicking on the Hawkeye Home Experts link. Now, we're wrapping up the show with the Radio Realtors home buying tips for every stage of life. You know, for many people, buying a home is the biggest purchase that you're ever going to make. And it's even more stressful because it's both a financial and an emotional decision. And different stages and ages of life can bring different considerations when you're buying a home, from things like the location and the property size to your budget and your financing options. So if you're a potential home buyer thinking about buying a home right now, it's a really wise move for you to look at the next 5 or 10 years of your life and what you have hopes for, and maybe how a specific home is going to complement that. And to help you get a better handle on this, in this segment, the Radio Realtors, as your home buying experts, we're going to explore how buying a home is different at various stages and ages. So let's take a look at stage 1, and that's buying a home in your 20s. Now, I know some of you guys are going, that was a long time ago. Well, for me, it feels like a long time ago as well. But at this age, your main focus here usually is, when it comes to buying a home in your 20s, is to find a location that meets your specific needs. You know, younger buyers and those through maybe their 40s need to think about what they want to be near when it comes to restaurants or entertainment and nightlife. And remember this, location is just as important as what's on the inside of your home and how your new home is going to serve your life. The other thing to consider as a 20-something is that you want to focus on building wealth through real estate. The 20s are an outstanding time to learn how to leverage real estate as a wealth building tool. As you've heard us discuss on the show before, we believe that anyone who can swing it should own the home in which they live, but you need to make a wise purchase. If you're single, we like to teach buyers to purchase a home with the intent to turn that property into an asset right away. And you may be asking the question, how do you do this? Well, the best way is by renting out your other rooms to colleagues, friends, or anyone that you're willing to live with, right? That amount that they pay, in many cases, is going to cover most, if not all, the monthly costs of you owning that home. Now, let's say that you're married with young children. Well, for young families, it may not be practical for you to rent out rooms. However, you can still buy with the intent to turn it into an asset eventually. In some cases, if you go on vacations, you can rent the home out as a short-term vacation rental, or you may be able to convert a room into a separate rentable space. One home that I recently sold had a 500 square foot ADU that the sellers had rented out for $1,500 a month. In addition to this, I have a family member with an apartment that he added onto the home that he rents out for $1,000 per month. And another client had a space above their garage they converted into a permitted living space that they could rent out for $2,000 a month to offset their mortgage payment. There are a lot of options here when it comes to this. And if these things are not possible at the moment, you can just buy a home now to enjoy yourself. And then when you move, you can rent the home out for cash flow, which is very doable if you factor in rental rate increases over time. In addition, when interest rates go down, because they will, you may have the ability to refinance the home for a lower mortgage payment down the road. There is also another 20-something smart home buying move, and that is to purchase a traditional multifamily home. And if you're thinking of buying a home with several units so that you can live in one and rent out the others to make investment income, you might find yourself looking into an FHA multifamily loan. And under the traditional FHA mortgage loan program, potential home buyers can purchase a home with up to 4 units. And the advantage of this is that borrowers can get favorable terms such as a low down payment as little as 3%. And there are more down payment assistance programs or grants available for this type of purchase than ever before. So this can be another great option for the 20-something home buying crowd. And the bottom line is Gen Zers on the younger side of their 20s are looking for more creative approaches to home ownership. They want flexible homes or places to live without long-term commitments and the possibility to earn money. And Gen Z has been one of the most active buyers and participants in the short-term or Airbnb market. And these types of residences afford them that flexibility to not have to live somewhere permanently, but also enjoy the home while still earning on it. And here's a wonderful idea. If you're in your 20s, buying a home now and having it completely paid off by the time you're in your 40s or 50s, that can be one of the best ways to build wealth. So let's take a look at stage 2, buying a home in your 30s and 40s. If you're in your 30s or 40s, statistics show that you're probably thinking about your family or raising your family. And in this age group, you should take into consideration if you intend to have a family or if you intend to work a lot and be gone. And maybe you don't want to be in charge of mowing a lawn, and a townhouse or a condo might be a better fit. Or if you're a young couple or newlyweds, you may be more interested in a starter home that you can afford now and grow into over time. And on the other hand, if you have a family with school-aged children, you may be looking for a home with more bedrooms and bathrooms and workspaces and a larger yard. And what we found here in Northern California is a lot of people even prefer a home with a pool and a grass area to keep the kids entertained. And if you're a young first-time home buyer, you should know a few things before you buy that first home. For example, you're going to need to save enough money for a down payment, as little as 3%, but you want to have some extra for closing costs and things. And then you're going to need to budget for monthly expenses like your mortgage payments, property taxes, and home owner's insurance. Many people overlook the additional costs of home ownership like maintenance and repairs, but these costs can add up over time. So make sure that you're prepared for all the home ownership expenses before you make a purchase. And as you heard last week, right now is the best time to buy a home in the next 5 years. You heard it through Dave Ramsey himself. So reach out now to us at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Let us get you pre-approved and certified. So let's take a look at stage 3, buying a home in your 50s and 60s. Now, if you're close to retirement, you're going to want to think about how long you plan to stay in that home and whether or not you'll need to make any modifications to accommodate your needs as you get older. Because at this stage in your life, maybe you want to downsize to a smaller home that's easier to take care of, or maybe you want to move to a home that's closer to maybe family or friends, your grandkids. Whatever your plans are, it's important to consider your retirement plans when you're buying a home. And also, if you're getting close to retirement, you may be looking for a retirement community or a home that suits your needs better. So downsizing or finding a home with features like single level living or a first floor master bedroom, that might be your priority. This way, your home is easier for you to maintain. So let's take a look at stage 4, buying a home in your 60s and beyond. So our personal statistics show that you folks in your 60s and older are looking for something that's just one level. You don't want to have a 2-story home. In addition, experts say that older buyers may need to look at things like how a bathroom may need to be modified if you need it to be modified, or having a laundry room and your primary bedroom on the same floor so you don't risk a fall down the stairs. Another thing that we have found is that retired folks may also have more money available to buy a home than someone who just started their family, because someone who's retired may have been able to save up their money over their working years, while someone who's just starting their family may not have had as much time to save up, right? So for buyers in their 60s and older, if you can stay in your home and maintain your lifestyle by being active, then that's a great, healthy move for you. Also, older folks need to think about how much landscaping you want to tackle. And if you feel you can't do it yourself, do you want the extra cost of hiring someone else to maintain it for you? So the wrap up here is, at any age you purchase a home, it's a big decision, and it's essential to do your research before making that purchase. With a bit of planning, though, you can find the perfect home for your needs no matter what age or stage you are in life. But the truth is, you may be able to get a magnificent home right now at the lowest price it may ever be. And that's not just from us. That is from what Dave Ramsey said. And we played an excerpt of what he said last week on our show. So why not get off the fence right now as a home buyer? Give the Radio Realtors a call at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Let us get you pre-approved today and out looking at homes. Our number, once again, is 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can live chat with us online at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. We are Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall with eXp Realty. And whether you are a home buyer or a home seller, we want the opportunity to work for you and with you. Call us right now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. And make it a wonderful week, everybody.
You know, some things are worth the wait, but in today's real estate market, you don't have time to wait for an inexperienced lender to take 30 days or longer to close your loan. That's why we recommend Jeff Compton. Jeff can close your purchase or refinance loan in 14 to 21 days in most cases. If you want great interest rates, low fees, and a quick close, you want Jeff Compton and Guild Mortgage. 916-765-2900 or online at jeffcompton.com. NMLS ID number 298997. Equal housing lender.
Hey, if you need flooring for your home, you need Zotex Flooring. They're your partners as you redesign or remodel your home. Check out their hundreds of amazing reviews on Yelp and Google. Zotex is family run, and their friendly design experts will help you pick a beautiful floor that suits your home and lifestyle. Zotex also has a wide selection of cabinets and countertops. 4 showrooms to serve you: Sacramento, Rockland, Vacaville, and now in Elk Grove. Find them online at ZOTHEXflooring.com. That's ZOTEXflooring.com.